What's going on, YouTube? It's Fat Guy, Skinny Wallet, Khalif. Here to do kind of a rant. This is the second time I'm doing this video. Taking the advice of my mother, who told me I should do it over. But I'm just doing this video trying to, they got some crazy speed bumps coming out her place. But trying to just figure out, is YouTube really worth it? Is there anything good behind YouTube anymore? What I mean is this fitness community. And I'm talking to, especially talking to those who have goals and who claim that being on YouTube will help you to stay accountable to others for doing the things necessary to hit your goals. So for instance, those trying to lose weight, you know you need to count your calories. You know you need to know how many calories you're taking in and get a good estimate of how many calories you're burning and try to burn more calories throughout the day than you take in. That's simple, but it's something that most people miss. So, you know, that's one thing. So if you come on and you say, I don't count calories and I have no idea why I can't lose weight, I'm eating clean. That's the new gimmick. That's the new fad of the time. Is clean eating. But anyway, I won't talk about clean eating in this video. But you know, I'm eating clean. I'm eating well. Now how come I'm not losing weight? How many calories do you eat a day? How many are you burning? I don't know. I don't count calories. I just eat clean. There you go. That's your problem right there. That's you, or any of the other things. I got a problem with soda. I'm addicted to soda. So when I go shopping, I'm going to buy a bunch of soda. I don't know why I can't stop drinking soda. Just stop buying it. Stop putting the soda in your house. Come on now. Some of this stuff is just nonsense. Just complete foolishness. And when I see people do foolish things in videos and somebody calls them out on it, then they make a video saying, I got a hater. Or if they make a video saying, I haven't done anything necessary to hit my goals. Or, you know what? I was doing this workout program for 2 weeks. I ain't see a whole bunch of muscle. I ain't put on new muscle. So you know what? It's not working. I'm going to switch to another program. That's just foolishness. Or I'm only going to the gym twice a week. I'm only running once a week, but I want to be a runner. But I'm only going to run once a week because I just don't feel like getting out there any more than that. And when you're not doing that stuff, and if somebody calls you out or somebody dislikes your video, all of a sudden you're making a video saying you got a hater. No, you don't have a hater. You have somebody who hears your foolishness, hears your nonsense, they see it, and they got a problem with it. And you have tasked them with holding you accountable. And when they try to hold you accountable, then you want to cry. And so what happens is that no one in this community is willing to call anyone out. Now, you can call someone out in a respectful manner. You could send a message and say, hey, I saw you on the last video, and your form was a little bit off from what I've done and what I've learned, and maybe that's why, you know, you're in that plateau right now and you can't move further in whatever you're trying to lift or whatever you're trying to do. You know, I noticed when you run, you do this, and maybe if you change your stride, it would help you, or whatever it is. I noticed that you eat these types of food without counting calories, and those things can, you know, have some sneaky calories. Whatever it is, you can do it. You don't have to be a jerk to call anyone out. But the point, or give advice, or give constructive criticism. But the point is that we can't be such babies where whenever someone, I don't know why these people being impatient. There's actually a police officer here telling people to wait and directing traffic, and there's people back there blowing their horn. But anyway, yeah, only in New Jersey, I guess. But you know, you got people on here who will try to call you out, or try to at least give you constructive criticism, and all of a sudden you want to bash them. So everyone is afraid to give that type of criticism. Everyone is afraid to help, and everyone feels as though they have to be extra politically correct. And every time someone says, yo, I don't know why this is happening, then you got to come out and say, it's okay, poor thing, life happens, it's all right, I know you can't get to the gym once a week. You're going to still be a pro bodybuilder. You're going to get your pro card even though you only go to the gym once a week, because you just have to believe, and I have faith in you, and I'm sending you good vibes. What? Man, if your goal is to be a pro bodybuilder, you need to be in the gym a lot more than once a week. And you need to know exactly what you're putting in your body and get on top of your macros. If you want to lose weight, you need to know exactly what you're putting in your body. You need to know what you're burning. You need to know what is the most efficient way to go about doing this. And you need to get off of the fads and get off of the nonsense. And when someone suggests that, you can't get all, I'm trying to use a nice term here, but you just can't get all hurt. You can't get all offended by it. You really have to be strong if you're going to put yourself out in public. And that's what we're doing. We're making these videos. Look, I'll make a video every week and say this is exactly what I had to eat. If you see pizza every single day and then I say, yo, I gained a pound, what's going on? The scale must hate me. No, the scale don't hate you. You acting like you hate yourself with all the pizza you eating. But we know that's really a act of love. You love yourself too much. That's why you're doing that. But it's just very frustrating because it's all the foolishness and nonsense on YouTube. I watched a video of a man who set a certain distance he wanted to hit. Let me say 5 miles. And he ran, let's say 4 miles. He was a little short. And he said, I failed. I set a goal and I failed. He was okay with it. He wasn't crying. He wasn't about to go kill himself. He was perfectly fine. He just said, next time, I'm going to either set a more realistic goal, I'm just going to try harder, I'm just going to push through, and I'm going to let this goal motivate me, whatever it was that he said. But he was fine with it, and he was positive. And everybody's writing in the video, in the comments, you didn't fail, poor baby, no, you didn't fail. Yes, he did fail. That's the definition of failing. And it's foolish and silly to think otherwise. We got to get out of this idiotic mentality that people need to get an award just for showing up or just for participating. We got to get out of this mentality that the way to make everybody better at what they're doing and to make everybody more disciplined is to coddle them. Some people need tough love. And we love hearing those stories when someone gets tough love. You see, it's tough, but it's love. And for me to watch you do something where you're destroying yourself, and you told me that you want to put me partially responsible, meaning you want me to hold you accountable, and I try, and you now all of a sudden brand me as a hater. You don't want to take any of the advice that people to give you. That's terrible. But then you also, conversely, you make people afraid to give you that advice, and like I was going to say, become unloving. If I see you doing something that's damaging yourself, then I, in love, should tell you you're doing this and it's damaging yourself. Maybe you should just look at it. You know, I could be off. I could be wrong. Maybe it's not as damaging as I thought. I've had people try to give me advice and they were dead wrong in the advice that they gave. You know, I had people tell me when I hurt my shoulder, oh, well, I know, you know, instead of lifting weights, you could just do body weight exercises. No, I can't. No, I can't do body weight exercises because you're going to exhaust what you're able to do. You're going to exhaust the amount of resistance that you can safely apply to your body through body weight exercises, to apply to your muscles. So, and I've had that argument for people for the last year or two, but they're still coming out of a place of love. Hey, you can just do this and it may be just as efficient. It's not, but they heard it somewhere and they say, hey, just in case you didn't know, you don't have to give up on your dream just because you got hurt. Maybe try this instead. And they're trying to be loving and say, here's another way maybe you should approach this to still hit your goals. I've had people say, yo, stop eating this junk. Stop eating what you eat. Yo, you can't go to Moe's 3 times a week and then say you don't know why you're not hitting your goals and why you're not losing weight. So that's what we need to do in this community. If not, YouTube is worthless. It's worthless to be in any community where the only thing that you hear is positivity. You know, in business, they call them yes men. You have a CEO or someone in power, and every time he says an idea, even if it's horrible, everybody says, yes, it's a great idea. We can't do that. Your people can't get through addictions and other destructive behavior. People can't wade through the amount of misinformation and horrible garbage that's out there if they're coddled and is surrounded by nothing but yes men. The YouTube community can no longer be a group of yes men. We cannot just come together and say, yeah, whatever you want to do, it's your journey, you go ahead and do it. If you tell me to hold you accountable, I'm going to hold you accountable based on what I know and based on what I see. And if those things don't line up with the fact that you say you have these goals that you want to hit, I'm going to let you know. And just for the record, I don't have any one person in mind by saying this. This is something that I've thought for like a year or more that has been going on and that I've seen in my videos and other things. And no one has said anything to me because I've said a comment to them. No one has called me a hater or anything like that. This is not some sneak attempt to say something to someone. If I have something to say to you, I'm going to come out to you and say it. And you people who have done things like that in your videos where you've done foolish things, things that are totally detrimental to your goals, you know that I haven't just said, oh, it's okay, but I'm on you in love because I want to see you improve. And that's what I want from you guys. I want you in love to come to me and say, yo, I've noticed you doing this, saying this. You know, I just put up a video yesterday or today about me squatting, showing my squats. My man Brian, everybody was like, that's good, yo, that's great, that's great. And I'm not saying they were phony, but he actually was looking and said, yo, I just checked your form. Make sure that you focus on pushing through your heels and you keep your heels flat on the ground. You don't let your heels raise. Why? You know, because he is worried about me being able to hit my goals to get stronger without injury. And so he said that. He didn't just say, good, yay, and clicked off. He had that to say, and I really appreciate him saying that because that's something I know, that I need to work on. And the next time I go to the gym and squat, I'm going to be focusing on that because he said that. So I welcome it and I appreciate it, and I hope YouTube stops being a community of yes men, and that we actually challenge each other to change, challenge each other to think differently, and challenge each other to do our best, and stop just accepting this nonsense and accepting mediocrity because we don't want to step on toes and offend. Yo, if you don't want to be offended, don't put all your business out in public. If you don't want to be offended, don't tell me what you ate. If you don't want to be offended, I don't want to see, pizza daily from you. And then you say, hold me accountable, guys. I'm putting this up so you guys can tell me what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so accept it. Don't cut off, don't disable the ratings of your videos because you did something foolish and you got a dislike. Don't cut off a video because you was doing, West Side, and then you switched to Windler, and then you want to try Jason Baja's program, and then you want to go back to starting strong, then you say, no, I'm going to jump to strong lifts all within a 3-week period, and you get upset because people got something bad to say about that. Don't do that. Don't tell me you want to run a marathon and all you do is work on sprinting, because you'll never hit your goals. And if I tell you that, then you better not get upset with me, or that means you're not serious about really changing because you're not willing to accept what people say. Everything people say isn't correct, but you know what? If they say it out of love, and if you build a community out of respect, then you'll go a lot further than everyone just trying to baby everyone in their videos so they don't seem like they're a hater. Alright guys, I guess you can see I feel kind of strongly about this topic. Talk to you later. Stop being babies and stop babying other people. And let me just say this. There is a time and a place for coddling. There is a time and a place for that type of care. So I'm not just saying this is across the board blanket thing. And I'm also not saying if someone comes out and says, I've done this wrong and this is how I need to improve, that you need to then point it out again to them and pour salt in the wound. They know what they did wrong. You don't have to keep saying it. And like I said, for people, sometimes they are hurt. They are broken by something they did. If they felt out of control or something, then sometimes they do need to be consoled and not just pointed out what they did wrong. But for the people who act like they don't know what they did wrong and they're telling you all this foolish stuff that they're doing, all these foolish things that they're doing, then go after them, hold them accountable, because that's going to make them a better person and get them closer to their goals. And remember, guys, it doesn't get easier. You just get stronger.